Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding. 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com.
Back at the Dog Pound, we are just under 10 minutes away from tipping off the season opener. The Defiance Bulldogs out of the Western Buckeye League. The Paulding Panthers out of the Green Meadows Conference. Both teams looking to make some waves in their conference schedules. But first things first, a non-conference matchup and a really good acid test for both of these squads. The last two seasons, Defiance has had their way. They've won by around 15 points in both matchups. That is not expected to be the case here this season. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups, brought to you by Baker Schindler Company, proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding. Check them out online at baker-schindler.com. Let's start with the visiting Paulding Panthers. And I know we've got our box. I believe we can bring them up. There they are at the point guard. He's the straw that stirs the drink. Blake Rodenhouse stands in at about 6'1". Last season, he averaged 12 points per ball game. He was number 2 on the roster in rebounds. The point guard at 79 boards, and he also averages about 3.5 assists per ball game. He's their go-to player this season. At up guard, it will be Jalen Mance. Mance, again, a 6'1 junior. Jordan Mance is out this evening, has an injury, so we will not speculate, but what we're being told is that he had a little bit of a nagging football injury, and we are hoping the best for him, but he will not be suiting up tonight. In place, it will be Max Dager, the 5'10 junior. Then you've got what Bryn Lehman calls instant offense, Xander Cook. Standing in at about 6'3", didn't play a ton last year, but he has game, and he's going to be a man that's going to draw multiple defenders tonight, Mark.
Absolutely. I mean, these guys, I'm looking down on the court and picking them out from everybody. They're not like big lineman guys that you would think would run the 4 or 5. These guys are short. No, not short, but they're slimmer. They're more agile. I mean, you got Tyson Mans down there right now. He's trying to do reverse layups and everything. He's got long arms. He's quick. You know, these guys, they're going to be running. They're going to be playing hard, and it's going to be up to Defiance to try and stop them.
Mans arguably the tallest player on the roster for Paulding, and he only stands in at about 6'4", maybe 6'5" if he stands up straight and puts his shoulders back. But again, that's not their style of play. They're not going to get wide down low and post you up. They're going to move you 5 out and try and get a breakdown throughout the course of an offensive series.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for the host, the Defiance Bulldogs. Again, a little bit of experience coming back, and the first 2 players that you see there, Jordan Wright, they call him Jay. He was a good role player last year. He averaged about 8 points per ball game. He was a very good free throw shooter at 75% a game, but he was more of a distributor. 80 assists on the season. He averaged nearly 4 per ball game. They're going to ask him to jumpstart his offense a little bit more this season. You take a look at Will Horvath. Again, a role player last year, only averaged 3 points per ball game. He plays excellent defense. And then the man who can score from anywhere on the court, Josiah Cy Schlatter. Last season, as a sophomore, he averaged 14 points per ball game, but he also plays at the other end. He had 23 steals on the season, but he's a guy that you're probably going to have to shadow, if not run multiple defenders at, if you're Paulding, because if he gets an inch, he'll take a mile.
That's exactly right. I know Saya. I played basketball with his brother, Isaac, who's sitting right over there in the crowd. He's just like him. They are both hard as nails. They are hard-working farm boys. They believe in putting in that extra effort to be better. He takes it on a challenge every day in practice. I was talking to him the other day in practice, and I said, bro, what do you want to accomplish from this? What do you want to take from this? And he says, I want to work hard and I want to win. That's what they want. And as a team mindset of being there for each other, working hard. I'm a Michigan fan. The team. That is what these guys are trying to accomplish. That is what Coach Bryn wants. The team. And these guys, they have that mentality. All those guys are there for each other, not for themselves.
Rounding out the starting five, your front court looks like this. Matthew Walter, again, football player. He's a little bit thicker. Doesn't stand in particularly tall at 6'2", but he can muscle you up. And then, of course, we've got the big eater in the middle, Jackson Becker. Becker saw some time at the varsity level last year. He played in a dozen varsity games at 6'5". I asked him, what are you weighing right now post-football season? And he said, 261. Wow. I said, what were you when you were playing football? And he said, 265. So he's only lost 4 pounds. But for a big man, he can get up and down the court, but he's going to be a matchup problem for most posts in the game this season. He is a guy that gets a strong wide base, gets his hands up, demands the basketball. He's going to require most likely multiple defenders.
Absolutely. They're going to be trying to, Coach Bryn called it picking. Now, it's not setting a screen, no. He's going to be set in, and Paulding's going to kind of have one arm back, kind of try and slap at that ball while trying to stay back on their man. That's how you take a big man like that. He's going to try and keep the ball away, but he's not necessarily going to look over and see what he's got to go up with. He's going to try his best to just grab it and go. And that is the best thing you can do as a big. Don't dribble the ball for a long time. Coach Z would say this in practice. Coach Zachrich, he would say, you big boys, you don't dribble the ball. You take the ball, 1 pound dribble and go up. If you're dribbling more than once, get rid of it.
Those are your starting lineups, brought to you by the Baker Schindler Company. Our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show continues. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, located on North Clinton Street in Defiance, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. You can check out their great selection of both new and used vehicles on the lot, or if you can't make it in person, visit them online at drivebobestil.com. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we will have the keys to the game. Don't you go anywhere. You're watching DCTV.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestil.com. Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding. 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com.
Law firm, we understand how overwhelming life can be after being seriously injured in a car accident. With over 50 years of experience, Arthur Law Firm has a track record of getting the results you deserve. When you don't know where to turn, get answers with Arthur. Call us today.
Back at the Dog Pound, Brent Balbinot alongside Mark Jordan. Time now for your keys to the game, brought to you by Northwest State Community College. Northwest State Community College, your key to great career opportunities begins with a great education at Northwest State. Visit northweststate.edu or give them a call at 419-267-1320 today. Let's start with the visitors, the Paulding Panthers. Keys to the game here this evening. We talked about it. They're going to run 5 out. Motion, motion, motion. Nobody stops. Nobody catches their breath, and that includes the defense. Eventually they feel they're going to break you down. Wear them out, foul them out. They feel that if they can get the transition game going, Defiance will have to use more bodies off the bench. And then ride Roanhouse. He's your starter. He's your key. I don't want to say as he goes, so goes this team, but pretty much as he goes, so goes Paulding.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They're trying to frustrate Defiance. That's what they're trying to do. They're going to try and speed them up, trying to tire them out, and that is what Paulding has to do tonight if they want to be successful.
On the flip side for the host Bulldogs, no surprises here, transition D. They feel they can get back. If they can pick up and redirect the basketball, they'll take away a good 70-75% of Paulding's offense. No strong hand drives. Get in their jerseys and make them uncomfortable, and then you can't score if you don't have the ball. Clean the glass.
Exactly. Defiance preaches rebound, rebound, rebound. That is how they are going to win the game tonight.
26 seconds left to go. The balls are in the racks. The warm-ups have finished up. The colors being unfurled just above half court. Your keys to the game brought to you by Northwest State Community College. Check out what is available for you online at northweststate.edu or give them a call, 419-267-1320 today. As the band finishing warming up here, we are getting set for the playing of the national anthem. It is brought to you by Defiance County Veterans Office, proud to support local veterans and their families and connecting them with resources available to them. For more information, you can log on to defiance-county.com/veterans office, or you can call 419-782-6861. Take a look there. Great looking crowd on hand here this evening, still filing in. And as the warm-ups have finished, we are getting set for the playing of the national anthem. 0-0 season opener for both these squads. The Bulldogs out of the Western Buckeye League, the Panthers out of the Green Meadows Conference. Your officials this evening, they are an experienced group. Mark Keller, Vince Walensky, and Steve McCrae. And we will step out for the playing of the national anthem, courtesy of the Defiance County Veterans Office.
Discover top-quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top-quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
And the national anthem, courtesy of the Defiance County Veterans Office. Proud to support veterans and their families. If you would like to know what you might be qualified for, or just simply to get more information, log on to defiance-county.com/veterans office, or call them at 419-782-6861. Defiance in their home whites with the blue lettering and numerals. The blue trim down the jersey tops with the blue stripe down the shorts. Paulding in their traveling maroon jerseys with the white lettering and numerals with the white stripes down the jersey tops and shorts. Mother Nature didn't exactly cooperate this week. Both these teams were expected to play. I take that back. Defiance was scheduled to play at Napoleon on Tuesday, but Nature just put this entire area in a deep freeze, and school was canceled. That game has been postponed. On the flip side, This was the original schedule for the season opener for Paulding. So we will wait and see how both these teams' seasons play out. But two very different looking rosters from compared to a season ago. As we mentioned, the amount of talent that Defiance graduated last season. Hutchinson, Zipfel, Singleton, Ligon, Smitty. That is a lot of production, both offensively and defensively. On the flip side, for Paulding, Casey Agler was kind of an unsung hero. He averaged 13.2 points per game. He shot just a little under 33% from the floor. Basically, 1 out of every 3 when you consider the national collegiate average is 33%. That's excellent. And, of course, Kane Jones, who was a very streaky player, but averaged 8 points and shot over 40% from the floor. Roanhouse, again, more than the straw that stirs the drink, but the man's triplets, if you want to call them that, there's the twins and then the extra, are very athletic. Not to say the least of which, too, I'm really looking forward to seeing Xander Cook.
Yeah, I mean, you've hit it on the nail on the head. These guys, they got a lot to offer. This being the season opener, they're going to want to come out and fly. They're going to be like, hey, I'm good, so are my teammates, and we're going to prove it. The season opener is where all the butterflies are. Coach Bryn and Coach Lehman, his dad, both said there's nothing to be nervous about. It's just another game. Yeah, you're right, Coach, but it's also the first game of the year, and we got to prove to our fans, hey, we got something you're going to want to come out and watch every weekend.
We got a good crowd here this evening. I know it's very cold. It was single digits for a low last night, but you're not going to keep them out of the dog pound here this evening.
No, sir. No, sir.
All right, pregame starting lineups introduced via the PA announcer, Josh Bush. Handshakes amongst each other and the officials. Nothing left to do but tip this one off as the dog pound is open for business on a Friday night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It will be Becker in the center circle for the Bulldogs. It will be Mans for the Panthers. Almost a wash, and that's just heads-up quick movement by Schlatter. And here comes Defiance, and quickly, just like that, a 3-ball off the fingertips of Jay Wright. That's a West Banco 3, and that is how Defiance opens up the game and their season.
Then Tyson Mans wants to follow his own and missed.
Rebound, one and done underneath, hauled in by Will Horvath. We want to credit our opening tip-off to Superior Credit Union, a not-for-profit member-owned financial cooperative. Visit superiorcu.com to find out more about joining the winning team at Superior Credit Union. 3-0, both teams with one possession just underway. Nice catch and shoot. It looked online, but Schlatter was just off the mark a little bit. And here comes Paulding, and decent transition defense by Defiance. And we got a little bit of bumping and pushing out at the top of the key, and that's going to be a foul. I believe a moving screen. And that is going to go against Tyson Mans, his first.
Yeah, he was trying to just get a piece of him going on to his next track, and evidently the ref didn't like that very much.
Wright crosses over. Becker in the high blocks. Schlatter taking a look at it. Second gear going up against Roanhouse. He lost the handle on it. Horvath kicks it to the near corner. Another long 3. Cy Schlatter.
Man, he'll go 64 for 64 of those in the corner. He is dangerous in the corner. That play was designed just for him, sir.
That is another West Banco three-pointer. Up 6-0. Beyond the arc, pump fake, Jalen Mans, and we've got a little extra contact. That's going to go against Defiance, and let's check and
Jordan
see.
Wright.
It's going to go against Jay Wright. That'll be his first, team foul number 1. Roanhouse will inbound. They had Mans. Look at that, the big man with quick hands.
Yeah. And that's what happens when you're, 260? You got the muscle. You can wrestle that bad boy out of there.
Up 6-0, looking for more. Wright's feeling it from the corner and misses everything. Becker almost tracked that down. Did he knock that out of bounds off of Paulding? He did not.
Ooh. The Defiance faithful did not like that one, sir. They did not like that one at all. They thought Defiance should have kept on that one.
A little bit of token pressure being shown here by the Bulldogs, but they'll drop back. looking to see right now Paulding get into their offense. They've been stymied a bit. Mance with a nice drive. He got a good look. Couldn't get the rim to be kind. One and done again.
We got a mismatch down in the post.
Becker, he could get a little bit more aggressive if he wanted to. Right. Feeling it again. Another three.
That's it.
Oh. They're going to be a long two.
I think
Give him a long two.
That was just straight step back and said, hey, watch me, and cashed it right in his face.
The perimeter game for the Bulldogs is off to a hot start. 8-0. Dribble penetration right now by Cook. Oh, nice spin move. Through contact, and that's going to be a foul on the ball. Oh! And a little pushing and shoving right now, getting chippy early.
I believe that's on Defiance number 2, Jordan Wright. I thought it would have been on Will Horvath, but I was wrong.
They have yet. Nope, they're going to put it up now, and it's going to go against number 3 is on the board here.
Oh, so I was right.
So it will be Horvath, his first.
The ref showed number 2 to the bench. I was wondering why he. That's interesting.
So Cook drains his first free throw, gets himself another as the Panthers are now on the board. Second one is pure. 8-2. Still the early going here of quarter number 1. Season opener for both these teams.
Indeed.
Brent Balbinot alongside Mark Jordan saying thank you for joining us on a Friday night.
Defiance almost lost the ball there, Brent.
Heads up play, right? Super quick. And here comes the perimeter passing that Coach Lehman said this is how you're going to break them down. And just a little bit much there. There's a turnover.
Yes, sir.
On
indeed.
the travel. Paulding has traveled well. There is a lot of maroon in the crowd here.
Oh, yeah. We're looking about most of Paulding, Ohio over there.
I've been to their McDonald's, and they have a nice Mexican restaurant on Main Street.
They do.
That's about my experience with Paulding. Roanhouse. Oh, great double move, and give him 2 off the square.
Great play. He drove in, right side, put it up. That's about as textbook as it gets.
Just like that, Defiance's lead cut in half at 8-4. Not quite halfway through the first quarter. Schlatter on the drive. Nice dish. Good aggressive ball movement, and now they'll kick it out, and that's just too tough. Schlatter, that is going to be a 3. He's got 2 in the books tonight.
Like I said, Brent, 64 for 64. Yeah, that was a beautiful shot, and I think he was in the exact same spot as he was last time.
Every day since 1870, community focused. Find out more at westbanco.com. Oh, nice move by Mance. Great look by Roanhouse.
That was just a simple catch and put up there. He drove in. That's perks of the 5 out.
You got to keep your head on a swivel when you're defending. There's basically part of that is they don't have a true post, right?
No, sir.
But what that also does, it means there's nobody there to clog it up. There's always going to be somebody running and cutting through if you're running it right.
Exactly. And then a missed shot there by Will, and he didn't like that. He wanted a foul on that. There was a little bit of contact, but nothing to write home about. Got a turnover.
Well, Cook lost the handle on it. Right, realizing 4 maroon jerseys are there. Oh, great secondary break, great feed. That is a tremendous job by Horvath, a great look by Wright, and a timeout being called by Paulding as they trail 13-6. We'll take a break with them. Back in 60 seconds, you're watching.
.com to find out more about joining the winning team at Superior Credit Union. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. Fire or natural disaster throws a penalty flag, let ServiceMaster Restore work for you. Anything from minor cleanups to complete overhaul and rebuilding. Contact ServiceMaster by McCann.
Back at the dog pound, Paulding calling a timeout as Defiance leads 13-6. Panthers with the ball trying to cut into a 7-point deficit. sticky perimeter defense right now by Defiance. There haven't been much in the way of driving lanes. Cook fades, and that's just a tough shot. Xander Cook.
That was a great shot indeed. He just kind of shot it off his back foot, and if any lower on that shot, he would have hit the front of the rim and it would have looked awful.
Cook with 4 of his team's 8 points. Nice dribble penetration. Good defense, though. Owen Fry into the ball game now for Defiance. 6-foot sophomore. They are high on that young man. Likewise in is Trey Bibler. There you go. Becker posting up down low. They don't have a matchup for him.
Boy.
That's there all night.
Yes, sir. He's 260 for goodness sake. Like, there's no stopping him. If you get in on Tyson Mans or something, that's a very much an uneven matchup. And I think Coach Brin's going to keep him in for a lot tonight.
Long 3. Nothing but net by Max Dager. A West Banco 3-pointer. That's the angle of Paulding's game that basically keeps them in it. They're never out of it with the way they shoot from beyond the arc.
Exactly. Yeah, you put 2, we'll match it with 3. Like, that's what they're going to try and do. They're not bigger than Defiance, but they're going to try and play harder.
Schlatter. Boy, was contested by Roanhouse there, and here comes Paulding. What a tough pass. Grady Barton's in.
There.
Yep, and throws it away. So Paulding has put in their beef. Grady Barton, number 33, stands in at about 6'4". Not quite 260, but I'd say big boy. Looking at probably, what, about 225, 230?
Oh, yeah, every bit.
They're trying to match up down low with Becker. Top of the key, catch and shoot. Just a little long for Owen Fry, and it's one and done. Roanhouse will slow it down. Bullet pass cross court. Mans right to left step in, but leaves it short. Ball comes out to him. He beats Becker baseline. Look at the big man recover.
Oh, yeah. He had that first step, but he able to recover quickly. It's great footwork.
Dager kicks it out. Mans for 3. It's just a bit short.
Great box out by number 4, Owen Frey.
And Defiance is going to slow it down here. Coming up on 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Not sure if Coach Lehman wants to work for the final shot of the quarter, and it looks like they are. They're going to take the air out of the ball.
Yep, one shot. He's going to run this play at about probably 10 seconds.
Right now, everybody catching a breather. Bibler just kind of hanging around. They'll set the offense in motion. 9 seconds. Now you expect him to get moving. Becker, that's not a shot. Oh, great backdoor cut by Schlatter, and he misses the bunny. Quick outlet. Roanhouse from half court. It's short. And the first 8 minutes are in the books here at the Dog Pound. Defiance jumped out early. Paulding has made a late run. It's a 4-point Bulldog advantage. The second 8 minutes put up on the scoreboard clock. Don't you go anywhere. Quarter number 2 when we come back. You're watching DCTV.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org. For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Discover top-quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top-quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Buzzer sounds, second 8 minutes up on the scoreboard clock as we welcome you back to Defiance High School, the Dog Pound. Season opener for both teams as the Bulldogs hosting the Panthers of Paulding. Brent Balbanon alongside Mark Jordan. Tight ball game, just 4 points separating these two. Barton, a little bit more movement. Boy, a lot more movement away from the ball, and we got an offensive foul on Barton. Roanhouse throws his hands up. He finally got an open look, but they'll wave it off.
Yeah, it's a foul on number 33. Brady Barton, his first of the evening. I think it was once again a moving screen. That's something these teams, they don't set their feet anymore.
Looking to expand on a 4-point lead. Right back running the point. And that's going to be a moving screen on Defiance. Noah Schenk kind of threw out his arms a little bit, and that far away from the basket, you're going to get called almost every time.
Yes, sir, indeed.
Now, Schenk does provide some height. He's 6'7".
Oh, yeah.
He's not quite as bulky as last year's post, Garrison Smitty, but he does have some great length. Right now, he's trying to front, and look at him and Barton. Boy, they were banging away down low, and it's fortunate for Defiance that that ball was turned over.
It was indeed. They,
So here we go, Fry. Whoa, he almost struck his pivot foot. Now they'll get it into the hands of a guard, Bibler, and we've got a timeout being called by Defiance. We will keep it here. We'll keep it here with 7:01 left to go. But the defense switching up a little bit. Coach Stoller, this is a chess match between Coach Stoller and Coach Lehman, and Coach Lehman realizing his guys aren't quite recognizing what Paulding's in, so he's calling a timeout and trying to get into the proper offense.
Indeed. He didn't like the look. He's trying to calm his boys down because I tell you what, I've played Defiance basketball. If we got an opportunity to run and gun, we'll run and gun. These guys over there with Paulding, they want to run and gun. So if you slow them down, you make them be impatient, opportunities will come up. And Coach has always preached that. He probably will until the end of time.
I'm not sure that Defiance knew what Paulding was in, because they had a couple below the blocks, or below the high post, I should say, that almost looked like they were playing a zone.
Yeah.
But then look at the perimeter defense right now, and off the inbounds, they almost got a great play. That pass was a little high for right. Let's take a look at it. Yeah. And Defiance wasn't quite sure how to attack it. Although right now, I'm waiting to see the ball reversal. That's a great job. Penetration and the teardrop by Trey Bibler.
Great shot. He took that up. He drove he drove down the left side, flipped it over his right, and took it straight up. That's just textbook.
Boy, a long three off the fingertips of Stiltner. Barton with the board, and another long three. This one off the front end by Dager. Wright wants to run. Nice job of transition D, but he's going to stop and pop around the world, no good. Nice board by Schenk, and he gets the putback.
Glass cleaner. He is their glass cleaner whenever Jackson's not in. He's going to grab it, take it straight back up. If he passes it out, Coach ain't going to be happy. I mean, like you said, he's 6'7".
Barton colliding with Fry, and I believe Fry is going to be the guilty party here. Waiting to see who the call is against. Anybody want to put the number up for us? I'm looking at the digital board, and Fry is being charged with the foul. So that'll be his first. Team foul number 2. Roanhouse. Boy, he's got a pretty jump shot. That's just a little long. Long board kicks out. I thought he might take that there.
So did I.
Instead, he's going to run some offense. And we're going to have a hand-checking foul on Jordan Wright, his second.
I don't think Jordan Wright agreed with that call, but then again, you're not the umpire. Well, the referee, sorry. You just got to take it on the chin.
Substitution, Dager out for Paulding. Cook in. Dribble penetration, Cook. Trying to size things up. Mance beyond the arc. Wright's going to give him, nice backdoor cut. That's athletic, but he missed the shot. The follow also no good by Parrott. And here comes Defiance in a rare fast break opportunity. Paulding gets back. Oh, what a look down low.
Jackson was standing there saying, hey, I'm open. He could have started a fire and made himself some s'mores for how much time he had there.
I don't know how you lose 6'5", 260 pounds, but they did.
Yeah.
And it's a 10-point advantage. Mance on the drive. Boy, he took some contact there and then switched from the left to the right hand and got the finger roll.
That's the thing. He's a lanky boy. He'll just hold it out and flip her up.
21-13, now under 5 left to go in the first half. Defiance will slow it down. Schlatter in the high blocks, elevates from 15. That was a nice job defensively on him.
It was a very contested shot. He should have held on to that one a little bit longer.
Cook, catch and shoot, and the lefty drains another West Banco 3. It's a great equalizer. Oh, are they just going to give him 2? There's just going to give him 2.
No. That's his second 3,
okay.
Correct? I thought his other one was a 2-point.
It was.
It was.
So 24-16.
Rebound by Defiance.
Becker.
That one fell right in his lap.
Boy, banging away, drawing multiple jerseys in the low blocks. Defiance will kick it out and reset their offense. They are packing it down low on Becker.
Watch this play. It's going to be a formation of triangle offense, but Jordan Wright jumped the gun on that one.
He had the cutter there in Bibler. But instead, Paulding gets the board and coming the other way. Roanhouse, step back 3, just a bit short. Boy, they have made his life miserable so far in the first half.
They have. That's what they got to do. They got to pressure the guy with the hot hand.
Defiance slowing things down. Up by 5. Schlatter releases the basketball. Bibler down low, a little off the blocks. Becker's going to go to work. He's drawing 3 purple jerseys, and he didn't see the help side drop down, and it swatted out of bounds off his hands.
Yeah, that's like I said in pregame. They're going to try and pick at him, and then they just collapse the defense on him. And at a moment like that, one of his buddy guards should have cut. He's seen it, hit him. That's 2 points every time.
21-16, coming up on 3 minutes left to go in the half. Oh, that's just great denial by Will Horvath. Bodies flying everywhere, and is everybody okay? It appears they are.
He knocked into Wes Detter. That man's straight. Man, there's no stopping him.
We got to go to the replay. That's got to be a charge.
I mean, hey, he took it like a champ.
Oh, goodness.
I bet he's had to take his fair share of charges. Yep. I mean, he's got a state championship basketball ring. I bet he's taking a couple charges in his day.
He played at Bluffton, is that right?
I believe that is correct.
Okay. We'll have to ask him after the game, but it certainly looked like he was set.
Will indeed.
21-16, Roanhouse being hand-checked right now by Bibler. Ooh, wide open Mance. They lose him. He didn't follow his shot.
Nope. He simply just slipped under that screen, and then his buddy who passed the ball to him got a piece of Becker, and not much you can do there.
Wright going to drive baseline. Dishes up top, Bibler. Nice pump fake. He spun right back into the defense. Defiance being a lot more patient here in the second quarter.
I have a feeling Coach Bryn told them that. Corner 3. Good.
There it is. Rack one up for number 4, Owen Fry, and a West Banco three-pointer.
Tell you what, them corner 3s. Man, if you're a right-handed shooter and you're on that left side, you got a great opportunity to put that ball straight in.
24-16, lead back up to 8. Boy, that's a little out of control by Cook. He wanted a foul, but
I didn't see anything. I thought it was just playing contact on the ball.
Defiance trying to stretch the lead to double digits to strip down the court. Wright kicks. Corner 3 again. Ooh. Around the world, it kicks out. Boy, Fry thought he had it.
I thought he had it too.
So there's that fast break offense that we saw Paulding want to get going, and Gannon Parent, the recipient of the easy lay-in. Lead trimmed to 6, under 2 minutes left to go first half. Bounce pass, Becker going to work, and that's just a mismatch. He missed the bunny. Oh my goodness.
Man.
Everything but finish. Offense getting a little stagnant right now for Paulding. Roanhouse picks and pops.
We got 2 guys in the corner for Paulding.
Yep. Mance being picked up by the big man Becker, but he doesn't want to take him. Matter of fact, he picks up his dribble. Roanhouse, a little bit of hand checking from Wright. Mance on the drive. That's where he would be more effective. Wow, no call. They are letting them play.
The season opener, let them play. I think Tyson wanted a foul on that, but even if it was, I think it would have been a charge because number 5 stood there and took it like a champ and fell straight on his back. If he would have held on the ball, it would have been a charge on Paulding.
Under a minute left to go here in the first half, and Coach Lehman calls timeout. And we will keep it here with 52.5 seconds left to go. Curious to see what Coach Lehman will draw up here, but the second half has been a lot more even-keeled You haven't seen either team, with the one exception of that fast break about 2 possessions ago for Paulding. It's turned into a half-court game here in the second 8 minutes.
Absolutely it has. No team has really gotten a run and gun. Most teams either scored or they've lost the ball down low or something. I would love to see Defiance go into their transition offense here, because I think they have a great opportunity to get some serious points on transition offense, especially because all those guys out there for Paulding have been playing some serious minutes. They're starting to get a little tired, Brent.
It was 15-11 at the end of 8. Defiance has outscored Paulding 9-7 here in the second quarter. And they almost looked like they were going to spread the floor. Schlatter drives, stops, and pops. Just a bit short. Got a good look.
Not enough mustard on that shot.
Here comes Mance. Picks up his dribble. Roanhouse, he'll work against Fry. Oh, great jab step into the paint and finishes with the left hand.
It's a great play there. He saw it, said, you know what, there's only one guy to beat. Went down and took it up.
That's just his second basket of the evening. He has really had to work. Right on the drive, high off the square, nothing doing. Shank with the board. Baby hook shot won't fall. Second opportunity, third opportunity. Was he fouled on the floor? They're going to call it in the act of shooting.
Paulding wanted to travel on that, and I have to agree. He did not keep both feet on the ground, but when you got bodies over there, it's kind of hard for a referee to see, oh my goodness, his feet left the ground, Plus, when you're that tall, you just think he just went up on his tippy toes or something.
That foul is going to be charged to Tyson Mance. Will be his second. At the line, first free throw is up, and it is pure for Noah Shank. 3 points so far off the bench. Is the lead back up to 5.
Gotta say, I love these Defiance uniforms.
Second is on the way. It is good. Shank with some productivity off the bench. Long three. Mance can't find the range. And we have come to the end of the first half of play. Both clubs head to their respective locker rooms, with the Bulldogs up by half a dozen. Defiance 26, Paulding 20. We'll take a quick timeout. Back with your Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show right after this. You're watching DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org. Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding. 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com.
At Arthur Law Firm, we understand how overwhelming life can be after being seriously injured in a car accident. With over 50 years of experience, Arthur Law Firm has a track record of getting the results you deserve. When you don't know where to turn, get answers with Arthur. Call us today.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Superior Credit Union, a not-for-profit, member-owned financial cooperative. Visit superiorcu.com to find out more about joining the winning team at Superior Credit Union. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
In life, unexpected challenges can test us. If you've been seriously injured in a car accident, you deserve a team that understands. Because your story matters. Call Arthur Law Firm today. We'll fight for you every step of the way.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. When a fire or natural disaster throws a penalty flag, let ServiceMaster Restore work for you. Anything from minor cleanups to complete overhaul and rebuilding. Contact.
Discover top quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
We're just watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not doing play-by-play. This needs no explanation. It's the teddy bear throw as we welcome you back to the dog pound here at the half.
Whoever threw that blue one landed it right on the center of that target on the left, and they're playing Sloopy for the song. And my true Michigan fans out there with me, we cannot stand this song.
We welcome you back for the Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, helping you achieve your dreams and securing your future. Visit them in Defiance, Bryan, or Napoleon, or online at midwestcommunity.org. 6-point difference at the half at the season opener for both these two teams, as the host Bulldogs leading the visiting Paulding Panthers 26-20. Time now to take a look at your Arthur Law Firm stat tracker. If a serious injury from a car crash puts you on the injured reserve list, call the personal injury attorneys at Arthur Law Firm, serving Northwest Ohio for more than 50 years. Get the compensation you deserve and back in the game with your winning team at Arthur Law Firm. Let's go ahead and take a look at your point production here this evening. Let's start with the hosts. They got out to an early going. As a matter of fact, 4 of 5 starters got in the scoring column in the first 8 minutes for Defiance, but they also have seen plenty of production off the bench. It has been even here this evening. Josiah Schlatter with a couple of threes early. He leads his team with 6 points. Hot on his heels, Jay Wright with 5. He drained the first basket of the game, which was also a 3. And then starting center, Jackson Becker has been working hard down low. He's got 4 points. But how about this? 9 bench points for Defiance tonight, led by Noah Shank, the big reserve center. He's got 4, including a couple of free throws. 3 for Owen Fry. He drained 1 from beyond the arc. And Trey Bibler with a nice stop and pop jumper. On the flip side, for the Paulding Panthers, Xander Cook with 7 points. And he's done it in a lot of different ways. He's got a 3. He's got a drive to the basket. And then he's got 2 free throws. He leads all scorers with 7. 4 points apiece for starting point guard Blake Roanhouse. Folks, he averaged nearly 14 a ball game last year, but he has just been absolutely draped by multiple Defiance defenders this evening. He has had to work just to get touches, much less shots. He's been held to 4. Tyson Mance, starting point guard, also with 4. Then off the bench, I can't stay off the bench. Max David did get the start tonight in place of the injured Jordan Mance. He's got 3, and Gannon Parrott off the bench with 2. We talked about taking care of the basketball. What do you have for miscues for both teams, Mark?
Miscues, Defiance is getting jittery. They're taking shots they shouldn't. Jordan Wright, they had a play set up called Michigan. It's basically a little, the University of Michigan runs it, but it's a little version of a triangle offense. The big comes up, screens, and the ball gets passed around. Jordan Wright, if he would have waited 1 more second, he would have got a guy open on the block. It would have been 2 points Defiance. They're doing a great, miscues, my bad. They're being aggressive, which is good, but they need to make the bunnies. And they got 1 turnover so far for Defiance. That's not bad. They didn't have any in the second half that I saw. I don't know if the people saw it, but I didn't see any in the second half.
Likewise for Paulding. This has been a really cleanly played game. What do you have for Paulding?
For Paulding, they're having some trouble. They had 3 turnovers in the first quarter. Usually they were pretty close together too, and then in the second quarter they had 1, so they did a little improvement, but they got to keep playing, and they got to keep playing hard. That's really the name of the game, sir.
And we got 2 more quarters left to go. Nothing decided in a tight game here at the Dog Pound, with the host Bulldogs leading 26-20. Our Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show will continue right after this. We're back in 60 seconds. You're watching DCTV.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal
At Arthur Law Firm, we understand how overwhelming life can be after being seriously injured in a car accident. With over 50 years of experience, Arthur Law Firm has a track record of getting the results you deserve. When you don't know where to turn, get answers with Arthur.
WestBanco, building a better bank every day since 1870. Community-focused WestBanco. Find out more at westbanco.com.
Discover top-quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top-quality healthcare education you need.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Superior Credit Union, a not-for-profit, member-owned financial cooperative. Visit superiorcu.com to find out more about joining the winning team at Superior Credit Union. Superior Credit.
Call us today. At Arthur Law Firm, we understand how overwhelming life can be after being seriously injured in a car accident. With over 50 years of experience, Arthur Law Firm has a track record of getting the results you deserve. When you don't know where to turn, get answers with Arthur.
proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com.
Final 30 seconds of our Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show, ticking off the clock. Defiance 26, Paulding 20. Brent Balbanon alongside Mark Jordan as we are about to get set for quarter number 3. Back and forth game. It was a track meet in the first 8 minutes. And then the second quarter, partially because Paulding switched up defenses, but the game slowed down. It was a lot more of a half-court contest. I'm still not sure that either team has really established a rhythm or a tempo yet. Mark, what do you think?
No, sir, they have not. They've been trying to figure it out. They haven't figured it out yet, and that's why Coach Bryn's a little frustrated with his offense. He said, this week in practice, he said, guys, we are going to tire them out, and then that's how we're going to win. We have got to push the ball a little bit, but just get the ball inside. It's how you beat a defense. It's how you demoralize a team. If you show you can get inside and beat them, that is how you win. You know, we like to shoot the 3-ball, but 3 balls aren't falling. Get the ball inside. You got a guy who's, goodness gracious, he's 6'5", 260.
And Schlatter quickly pulling the trigger, and he's got himself a WestBanco 3. 9 points, all from beyond the arc. And Defiance couldn't have scripted a much better and quicker start to the second half.
Indeed. That was a very fundamental play. He backed out, put it.
Big man with some hands, but he does not want to run. He'll get it to a guard. And that's actually a heads-up play.
It is.
Wright will launch for 3. That almost banked in, skying in to pull down the board as Horvath.
Ooh. He had Schlatter wide open there. And, oh, man. A little bit better pass. It would have probably been 3-ball.
First cutter through, second cutter through with Schlatter. He's going to take Roanhouse baseline, and Blake cut him off, and he forced a little extra half of a step. That's just athlete on athlete.
It is. There's no foul there, no nothing. He just, if he would have looked up, he wouldn't have got the travel. He would have got 2 points. There was no. He beat his defender. His defender was sliding past him.
Cook across half court. Really being hounded right now by Horvath, and Horvath picks his pocket. Coast to coast, goes up strong, misses the bunny. He switched to his right hand. I'm sure he's probably right-hand dominant, but if he kept that ball in his left hand, he gets the extra inch I think he needed to put that one down.
Absolutely. If you're on the left side of the basketball rim, go with your left. Don't switch to your right. We're not Michael Jordan in here.
Mance on the drive, kicks it out. This is Tyson Mance. Nice drive, goes up strong but leaves it short. Good box out and board by Walter.
Walter said, hey, big boy, come here. I want you. I'm going to take that ball from you.
Walter's got some bulk on him. They list him at 6'2", and I think that might be a little generous, but he has spent some time in the weight room. Schlatter on the drive.
Kept that ball low, and, man, I think he had the ball there, but, man, I thought that could have been a foul.
Roanhouse took a love tap from Walter, and they're going to call it off of Roanhouse.
Wow.
I will say this, the officials are letting them play tonight.
They are. I don't think the Paulding faithful's liking that. They had some eye rolling and parents not agreeing.
One basket between both teams so far through a couple minutes of the second half here. It's a 3-ball by Slatter. Becker posting up down low, and he's going to draw the foul on Mance.
Man, it looked like Mance isn't he nominated for an Oscar is what it looked like. Man.
Well, they called the foul on him. By my book, that's number 3.
It indeed is, sir. You are correct.
And here is Becker to the charity stripe for the first time tonight. Redwood releases. Good-looking stroke.
It is. Redwood, I like what you did there. That's pretty good.
He is.
He is. He's a big boy.
6'5", 261. I'll be curious to see if he stabilizes his weight at 261 or if he maybe comes down a little bit.
I think so.
As the season wears on.
Yeah.
Second is on the way, in and out. Oh, look at this.
Good.
Great offensive board and a putback by Matthew Walter, and now all 5 starters are in the books. Biggest lead of the night for either team, and the Bulldogs enjoy it by a dozen.
Oh, yeah.
Roanhouse stops, releases, and the draperies swish. A West Banco 3.
I think I felt the wind from here on that swish. That was clean.
He's got 7. Schlatter on the drive baseline. Oh, in midair, hangs, switches from the left to the right, and gets this kiss off the glass.
That's his first 2-point basket of the night, too.
34-23. Cook on the drive. Boy, that one almost looked like it was slow motion. Just kind of loped to the rim, and he picks up the contact. They're going to call this one against Becker.
Yep.
It will be his first.
And Becker is, Becker. Wow, my goodness. Sorry. We were just talking about Becker. Kukuk is going to be shooting 2. They made the first one.
Xander Cook was just not an offensive presence last season. I asked Coach Stoller what the difference is, and he just said confidence. We just said take it, own it, and he has responded. With 1 of 2, he's got 8 on the evening. Lead is 10. Horvath picked up by Mance. Becker releases.
Go up.
Nice 2-man game, and that ball partially blocked, but it's going to be a foul. Take your pick. It's either Barton or Mance.
It's on number 10.
Wow. Okay,
Yep.
Neither. It's going to be Dager.
I didn't think it was going to be him either when the ref called it. I was like, okay then. All righty.
Horvath will get a pair. First is on the way, and it splits the nylon.
This is first time at the charity stripe tonight.
Horvath, a season ago, did not attempt a single free throw.
Jeez.
Second is on the way, and he is a perfect.
You see what
2 for 2.
See what number 2 for Paulding tried to do there. He said, all right, boys, let's go. And he did that while Horvath was trying to shoot.
Little gamesmanship.
Oh, yeah.
Timeout called here at the 5:01 mark, 36-24. We'll take a 30-second timeout, a 30-second break. We're back after this on DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Oh, my bad. We're back live.
5:01 left to go in the third quarter. Largest lead of the ball game for either team. Defiance owns it over Paulding, 36-24. We got the Western Buckeye League versus the Green Meadows Conference here this evening. Brent Balbinot alongside Mark Jordan saying thank you for joining us wherever you may be. Check us out on Defiance's cable channel or online at youtube.com. Just log in, DCTV, or you could do Defiance Community Television. Either way, you'll find our games. They are all archived literally seconds after we finish our postgame.
There we go.
Roanhouse working on right. Panthers need a little bit of a run here. Offense has been stagnant. As a matter of fact, just 4 points so far here in the second half. And that man right now, the only one with a basket from the floor for Paulding in the second half, and he's just off the mark on that three. Schlatter drives, stops, and pops. It's short. Little pinball. Look what I found. And Johnny on the spot. Schlatter with the putback.
I love that. I mean, you can't really draw it up. Well, not even draw it up better. It's just like you just happen to be in the right place at the right time.
He's got 13 on the night. 7 of them here in the third quarter. As Roanhouse a corner three. They have just hounded him all night. He has not been able to get into rhythm. And here come the Bulldogs on a fast break. A little contact with Barton. Becker with the board. Out of bounds off the Bulldogs.
Saya thought that one should have been Defiance's ball, but I don't know. That one happened so fast I couldn't even see it.
Trotting the ball up the court. No pressure. Dager crosses over. Had a lane but didn't want it. Roanhouse immediately identified.
Yeah. About threw the ball out of bounds there. But thankfully, his buddy was able to get a hand on it.
Roanhouse sizing up the defense, and in particular Horvath. Oh, what a move. Drives in, takes the contact, and give him 2 off the square.
Knocked down the big man.
If he wants to play at the next level, I think there are going to be colleges, small colleges here in the area that would be more than interested in having him suit up.
Sounds like Defiance College, where I go to school at.
Yep. I talked with him. There have been some contact from a couple of D2 schools. I believe a D3 or 2. Sizing it up for 3. Boy, he had a good look, but Horvath off the mark. Bodies flying everywhere. We'll have more substitutions. Roanhouse is going to check out for Paulding. Checking in is Parrott.
Owen Frey checked in for Defiance for Will Horvath. I like Owen. He's got a lot of potential, and he fights hard when he plays.
Under 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Mance, that was a lazy pass, and it is picked off. Up by a dozen. Bulldogs looking for more. Spreading the floor, trying to get it balanced. A little bit of a 3-man weave, and we've got a whistle underneath. Banging away, and take your pick. I think this is going against, is it going against Frey? What's the call? They're flashing number 4.
So they're saying with the body on 4, he was, I guess, being too physical?
Owen picks up his second.
If anything, if I was Coach Bryn, I'd be like, yeah, you're being physical, but that's what I want, so don't feel bad about it.
Roanhouse quickly back into the ball game, and Wright is dogging him as he brings it up the court.
Ooh.
Well, Schenk almost got the steal.
If he would have got a steal, he would have went down and yammed it.
Well, the motion just isn't there in the offense in the second half, and Roanhouse will jack up a quick 3. But you didn't see any of the cutting, the screening, the movement without the basketball that Paulding did so well in the first half.
No, sir.
On the drive, good dribble penetration. Barton alters the shot. Schenk follows up, and we're going to have another whistle.
This one's on, I think, number 4, Jalen Mance.
Mance, that should be his second. Check it, it's going to be his first. Schenk to the charity stripe. Noah with 4 points off the bench.
Ooh,
stays at 4.
On the first one. Got to make your charity stripe shots. Yep. They're free. They're free.
Sometimes. That one wasn't.
No.
There is interest to be paid. Tyson Mance will check in as Barton will check out. Second is on the way.
Makes that
got 1 or 2. He's got 5 off the bench. Productive night.
Oh, yeah.
And we got just 1 substitution here.
A late substitution.
Yep.
Coach Bryn was not happy with the late substitution.
Dager crosses over, working against Schlatter. Now under 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Schlatter was trying to get a piece of that ball.
Nice drive, and Mance, boy, he took it right at. Now again, the taller Shank, but not nearly the bigger. And with Becker on the bench, Mance made a good move. Ooh, wow.
Big block, but
showing himself underneath.
Big block, but guess what, buddy? You hurt your team because you got a foul. Blocks are cool and all, but you're getting yourself a foul doing it. It's those counterintuitive things.
I'm not seeing a player being put up.
Oh, they didn't call a foul.
They did not.
I mean, bodied him. I would have thought that would have been a foul.
Right. Stops and pops from the elbow. Nothing doing. Wow, that's
just
is. Plain aggressiveness.
Look at that.
By Owen Fry.
Kid's got some grit.
Well, he went up against the much more physical and thick Grady Barton there and just ripped it out of his hands. High
Backdoor
blocks.
action.
Low blocks.
Go up, buddy.
Nice pump fake. A little too far underneath the basket. And just ripping it away. Shake!
Yeah,
we see you, 14. We see you.
We see you, big guy. Come on now.
Wow.
I've seen him take 1 step and dunk. I thought he was going to try and do it.
7 points off the bench. And it's a 41-28 lead. Who could have imagined this?
No, not me, sir. I thought this game was going to be a little bit closer, but just shows Defiance. They had a great week of practice. They've been amped up for this first game. They were ready to play. I don't think Paulding was.
Mance. Spin move. Off the square. Pretty move. Pulls them to within 11. We'll see if Defiance wants to work for the final shot of the quarter. Walter with a good drive.
Ooh, no.
I thought he could have finished that. He was a little too unselfish.
Yeah.
Roanhouse. Nice feed.
Oh,
Mance,
they're gonna give
count it, and 1 coming.
And 1.
Boy, how things just changed in the blink of an eye there. A 2-on-1 for Defiance, a turnover, then a fast break basket at the other end, and a chance for a 3-point play.
Just a sheer momentum shift there. That is just wild.
Shank picks up his second. Mance to the charity stripe. First trip there this evening. And he can cut the deficit to 8.
He can indeed. But he won't.
Oh, my.
He airballs a free throw.
Ouch.
Whoo!
So with 9 and 4/10 seconds left to go. Up, Paulding's out in a full court press.
It's called conditioning for the rest of your life.
Taking valuable seconds off the clock. Defiance has got to attack. Walter jacks one up for 3, and he banks it in!
Oh my gosh!
And that'll be the final shot of the quarter.
Brent, what time is it? What time? The bank is still open.
44-32. Walter with his 5th point of the night banks in a 3 at the buzzer. And Defiance back up by a dozen as we get set for quarter number 4. We'll take a quick timeout. Back with the final 8 minutes right after this. You're watching DCTV. We have a great view of the Dog Pound here this evening as we welcome you back. Brent Balbinot alongside Mark Jordan. 44-32 season opener for both these two teams, and host Defiance leading visiting Paulding by a dozen. What a shot by Matthew Walter. Just when you thought that you were back into it. Paulding actually had it down to an 8-point deficit, but 2 possessions, and you can't do anything about that last shot. Sometimes you just tip your cap to the opponent.
Exactly.
But man, was that a huge boost to the sales of the Bulldogs.
Yes, sir. That was a bank money, too. He's got to make himself a deposit tonight.
Mance on the drive. Shot was altered. He goes in against Schenk anyway. Count it. And one coming.
Schenk's 3rd foul of the night.
Yep.
Honestly, I think that one could have went either way. I think he got mostly ball on that. But then again, we're up here, not down there.
Tyson Mance only had 4 points at the half. He's got 12 now, and looking for a baker's dozen from the free throw line. He's got it.
Hey, he made that one. He didn't airball it.
Nope.
Good man.
Paulding is not going away quietly here.
No, sir.
They've cut the deficit back to single digits, showing a little bit of a press/trap. Defiance goes over the top of it. Right, good dribble penetration. Walter feeling it. That catches the back of the iron, and Mance pulls it down. Roanhouse wanting to run, 3-on-2. Cook on the drive.
Charge.
That's going to be a charge.
That is going to be a charge. And the Paulding faithful are not happy. There's a gentleman in about 4 rows up who's taking his glasses off and saying, hey, ref, you want to take them? Oh, my goodness.
Cook. Guilty of his first. And they're going to come out. This looks like a 2-2-1 here, or is it a 2-1-2?
It's a 2-1-2, looked like. And now it's broken.
Defiance breaks it. Does Schlatter want to attack? He does. All the way to the iron.
Way to play, kid.
Cy Schlatter having himself a ball game as well. Lead back up to 11. Mance almost lost it, but taps it to the far corner.
Man, there were 2 big guys there, and there wasn't much you could do.
Cook got a good look, just couldn't finish.
Running a 4-out offense.
Yep.
That is vintage Defiance.
Becker posting up against Mance, low blocks.
Was showing his numbers.
Get it to him. Instead, Schlatter drives, kicks it out. Dribble penetration. Bounce pass might have been better served there from Horvath.
So. That's their first turnover in 2 quarters.
Roanhouse feeling it. He'll get 3 as he's fouled on the shot. And Schlatter looking over saying, are you kidding me?
I think he got lucky on that one. I think it was a little bit of acting on that one. But then again, he could have actually been, really, really hit there,
Roanhouse, he'll get 3. Blake, it's a 76% free throw shooter a season ago.
Missed the first one.
I do not believe in the broadcaster's jinx. Still got more here. Taking a bit more time. Deep breath. You can see the tension come out of his shoulders. Oh, my goodness. Man. And now he's got to get out of his own head. And I like what he's doing here. He's stepping off the line.
Mm-hmm. That line is scary. So
he'll try and hit 1 of 3 and make it a 10-point game. And he does. And out in a 2-1-2 it looks like here.
Yep.
Paulding trying to get back into it. You can't get into it by just trading baskets at this point.
No, sir.
You're going to have to get some stops, some turnovers, and a reach in. Roanhouse offered Jay Wright his hand to help him up, but instead he takes teammate Will Horvath. And who are they calling this one
23.
against? It's going to be Parrott, his first. They still got a couple to give before Defiance goes into the bonus. And the Bulldogs in no rush. They're just going to go ahead and spread the floor. Schlatter. Oh, splits a double team and finishes with the left hand.
Takes the rock straight to the crib.
17 on the night for Will Schlatter. Or pardon me, Josiah Schlatter. On the drive, Parrott had it swatted away. Late whistle. And are they calling Schlatter?
I believe so. I believe they're calling it. Yep.
Schlatter second, team foul number 3. Parrott to the charity stripe. He's got 2 points off the bench tonight.
Felt like that one could have went either way. Missed the first one.
Wow.
They need to tell you what, if I were to give suggestions for them in practice this week, free throws.
Now the charity stripe has been anything but for Paulding so far here this evening.
Makes second.
1 out of 2, and it allows them to come back out into the press, but they're down a dozen. 5.5 left to go. Wright breaks it up the far side and wisely slows it down.
He's going
to
dish
nice
down
dish.
to his big boy.
Becker
Gets pieced.
Swatted away, but that's just too
right
strong.
Back up.
That is brute strength from the Redwood.
Man.
He's got 7 on the night.
Might be a Christmas gift for him from you.
Roanhouse on the drive. Explodes. Count it, and one coming.
Man.
Where has that been all night?
Man, who's that?
Look, he can score from any place on the court. But I would say this. I think he maybe has settled for a few too many long shots.
I think so indeed.
You saw right there what he's capable of, and he completes the three-point play. And Paulding back to within 10. Oh, Mance with the deflection. Slatter's there.
They had the advantage there for a second, but
you
you don't want to
though?
get too sped up.
Exactly. You've got a 10-point lead, work the clock, and your offense. And that's a good-looking drive, but a little long. Second time, and is that going to be out of bounds off Mance? No, they're going to say off a Defiance.
Wow. I thought Tyson had that one, and he knocked it out, but they got timeout Paulding, full timeout.
We'll take one with them. 60 seconds. Defiance up by 10. 4:40 left to go in the season opener. We're back after this on DCTV Sports.
Service Master by McCann.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Discover top quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Not quite crunch time, but we are inching ever closer. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in this ball game. Season opener for both Defiance and Paulding. Brent Balbinot alongside Mark Jordan. We welcome you aboard for the inaugural basketball broadcast of the 2025-26 season on DCTV. We got a good schedule for you over the next 2.5 months. Matter of fact, we're right back here next week. The ladies will take center stage in the DPT Classic. We've got Defiance, Ayersville, Tenora, and Archibald. Over the next, well, it will be over 48 hours. But right now, we're about to finish this one up. And Blake Roanhouse keeping a waist-high dribble, but Paulding's really got to speed things up right now, and they can no longer afford to trade baskets. It's got to be defense and offense. Far corner, Cook with a 3. Off the mark.
Rebounded by Paulding.
Wow, little pinball. Came right down into Parrott's hands. It went off of Becker. Roanhouse spins right, sticking to him like glue. Great baseline cut by Cook. He misses the bunny, but he does draw the foul.
Call a push on Will Horvath. At least I believe that's who
it's either him or Becker. It will go against Horvath, his third. But it's 2 shots, and the clock stops.
Indeed.
As Cook to the line.
And he makes his first one.
He's done pretty well despite the rest of his teammates' struggles. He was 2 for 2 in the first half. He was 1 for 2 up until this one in the second half. Second is on the way, and he uses all the iron rattles at home.
He did. I think that ball bounced in the exact same spots it did on his first shot.
Well, here comes the press. They've cut the deficit down to single digits.
They have. Can they keep it there?
Now, this is where if you're Defiance, yes, you want to slow things down, run some offense and clock.
Oh, no.
But at the same time, you still need to be aggressive. You can't lose your edge.
Absolutely.
That got you that double-digit lead. And right now, the pace has really come to almost a crawl. Look at that on-ball defense by Roanhouse. Right, we'll dribble out of it as they switch. Oh, great cut. That is just being great patience, great movement without the ball by Will Horvath.
He slipped it. Great play. Great play by Will Horvath.
Lead back up to 10. That took over a minute off the clock, and it ended with a basket.
Indeed.
On the drive, hanging in midair. Cook can't find the range. Johnny on the spot, and again, a foul off the mid basket, this time by Tyson Mance.
Wow, amazing. 3-point opportunity here.
That's going to be Schlatter's fourth.
And what was that one thing that they wanted to do?
Clean the glass.
Clean the glass. And then for Paulding, they wanted to get Defiance's players in foul trouble, and I think that's what they're doing right now.
Yep. Schlatter will stay in the game despite 4 fouls. He's going to have to play smart. Coming up on 3 minutes left to go in the contest. It's back down to, what do we got here, a 7-point deficit. Schlatter just keeping the ball out near half court. If you're Defiance, you don't want to take anything other than a great shot right now.
Passed up a good one for a great one.
And Wright getting a little too fancy between the legs. Is it a jump ball or did he have possession and a Defiance timeout? The officials are going to talk it over.
Timeout
Defiance. Boy, did they draw a huge break.
The Paulding faithful are not happy. Great work by the cameraman on that, catching them all standing up and screaming.
Wow.
They are not happy.
Now, I will say this. The arrow points to Defiance. So even if it had been a jump ball,
exactly,
the Bulldogs would have maintained possession, but then, of course, it switches over.
Indeed.
So a little bit of a silver lining on both ends of that angle for the Bulldogs. But right now, my question is this. 2:44 left to go. You trail by 7 if you're Paulding. At what point do you think about, we want to extend this game and we want to start to foul? At what point do you think about that?
I would say right about now, or start into about the 2 minutes, because Defiance, what do they like to do? They like to eat the clock. They like to take their time, and especially, and you said a 7-point game, we don't want to give them back the ball. We don't even want to give them the chance to get the ball back. So they got to start fouling. They got 2 fouls to give. Sorry. No, they got 4 fouls to give, or 7 foul. Jeez, wow. 2, wow.
There you go.
I looked at the wrong side.
It's that new math.
Woo! Man, I know.
Well, the reason I asked that, if this was a 2-possession game or less, then I think you can maybe stay defensively on ball, maybe hope for a turnover or a rebound. But this is a 3-possession game, and if Defiance scores this trip down the court, man, life gets so much more difficult for you.
It does.
Oh,
Man,
great backdoor cut. It was a bad bounce pass,
ball.
but it was kicked by Paulding. And Defiance just draws another break. Whew. Man, they've been playing with fire here in the last 60 seconds.
They ain't got burnt yet.
Schlatter will inbound. Boy, Roanhouse, sticky on-ball defense. And now Defiance gets it out in between the rings. And this is where, if you're the Bulldogs, you can hang on to the basketball.
Their coach hasn't called them to start fouling yet. They're trying to.
They're on ball. Will they release it here? That's a heads-up play by Horvath. Will he try it here? He's going to drive. Becker down low. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. And Paulding gets what they wanted. Mance on the fast break. Switches from the left to the right hand. He has had himself a great second half.
Tyson Mance, wow. And then he fouls. And right there in the corner. Number 2, Blake Rodenhouse.
Still more to give before they put Defiance at the line. But if you are the Bulldogs, you know what's coming here, and that's full court pressure.
Exactly.
And they're not going to put anybody on the ball.
They got the big boy in the middle, big hands up.
Okay, into the corner, and I thought for a second there they might try and double team or trap right, but they elect not to.
They got a flash, get rid of the ball, help your buddy.
Down by 5, 10 seconds. Timeout being called by Defiance. That's a heads-up move by Coach Lehman.
Whew, I thought they fouled him there.
It was borderline 10 seconds, and Defiance's coaching staff realized it. Get you out of trouble, but that's another timeout that they've got to burn. They've only got one left.
They got to save it for a very special occasion. Wow.
Well, now, if you inbound here, and I believe, is this ball going to be inbound at half court? So that'll give you a little bit more of an option.
The ball was right up there by where the meddling sign is.
So options if you are Defiance, but at the same time, if you're Paulding, I'm going to guess they won't put anybody on the ball, and they'll double team either Schlatter or Wright. So if you're Defiance, what are you setting up? You have a set play, or what?
So they're going to
call them slobs.
Sideline pretty much. Yeah. So they're going to run a play called low, and I don't think they're going to run low thumbs down. They're going to run a play called low. They're going to have two guys basically on the volleyball line on other side of half court. One's going to screen for another, get the ball, and they're going to run up, and they're going to do the exact same action down around the foul line. That's what it's going to be called, is a low.
Now, if you're Defiance, all you need to do is get the ball across half court. And I don't want to say you can take the air out of it, but at some point, we talked about this about 60 seconds ago, Paulding's got a foul.
They do. They do. Oh, they're not going to run low. Okay, I was wrong, y'all. Don't listen to me.
The ball wasn't quite at half court, but Defiance gets it across the timeline anyway. And now just be strong with it. Schlatter gets a good look down low, but wisely kicks it out.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to drive baseline. He wants the shot, and Barton, check that. It was Cook with the swat.
Defiance faithful are not happy. They thought that should have been a foul.
Roanhouse between the legs, and I think a hand check's coming.
Yup. Ah, man.
Foul's going to go against Wright. It will be his second. But Roanhouse to the line as it breaks the bonus. Blake has struggled a bit from the charity stripe tonight. And he continues. He's 2 for 5. He'll try and get to 50% here. And most importantly, hit this one to allow yourself to get back into that press.
Absolutely.
Second is on the way.
Makes that one.
Splits the nylon. And Defiance quickly gets the ball in bounds.
Good pass. Up over.
Becker, heads up move by the Redwood. You didn't need him to drive or do anything except just get it to a guard.
Be tall. Be tall.
And Paulding's got a foul, and Roanhouse knows it.
They got one more foul to give. One more.
That is Roanhouse's second, but team foul number 4 with 1:10 left to go. Still anybody's ball game, but Defiance enjoying a 4-point lead. Look at this. Mance comes up on Schlatter as he crosses half court and quickly gets rid of it. And they're just running a 3-man weave out in between the circle, and Paulding's got a foul, and Mance finally does.
Jalen Mann's on that one. One more foul, then Defiance is in the bonus.
Actually, I think they're there now.
They are now. Yep, you are correct. Sorry. I saw if it hadn't switched yet, and I was like, I could have swore they'd be in the bonus.
Schlatter, this is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Wow.
First is on the way. That's just a pretty looking stroke. He was an excellent free throw shooter last year, though, as well.
Him and his brother is sitting right over there, is also a great free throw shooter.
89% last season. Almost automatic.
Woo.
He's a perfect 100% here. 54-48, now under a minute left to go. Roanhouse being hand-checked by Wright.
Ooh, lost his feet.
Cook with a long three. Wow.
My
West
goodness.
Banco three.
That was deep. Now it's only a 3-point game. Trying to keep fouling.
Look at this, breaking all the defensive pressure, and now he's just going to hang on to it because they've got to foul him. And if you're Defiance, there's nobody else you want at the free throw line but number 10.
That was Roanhouse's third foul.
That was from the mommy from Xander Cook.
It was. It was indeed. He pulled that, and I'm like, I think he's going to be a little short. And it was nothing but net. You could have felt the wind back here from that one.
Schlatter. Ice water in his veins as he drains his first.
They picked the worst guy to put on the free throw line. Because now he's going to hopefully make it a 5-point game.
That was point number 20.
And of course.
And you.
Curse.
Oh, 55-41. Roanhouse quickly moving all the way in. He misses the bunny.
Oh, my
Jackson with the board. Pardon me, Becker with the board, yep. And Roanhouse can't believe it. Oh, is he frustrated? That would have made it a 2-point game. Instead, they'll move to the other end of the gym to shoot free throws.
I think for everyone's benefit, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut while he's shooting free throws on this one.
Digger with his second. Schlatter makes good on his first. That's point number 21 on the evening. And Defiance is going to pull everybody off the lane. Second is on the way. Oh, it's pure. 6-point lead. Coach Stoller wants a timeout.
Wow. I do want to apologize to all the Defiance fans watching today because I jinxed his second free throw on that last one. I apologize, y'all.
You can own that if you want. I've said a million times I'll make it 1,000,001. I don't believe in the broadcaster's jinx.
You don't?
No, I do not.
Man.
All right, timeout. You've got 22 and 9/10 seconds left. If you're Paulding, I don't think there's any question. You've got to score. You've got to score quickly. Do you take a quick 2 if it's there? Or at this point, down by 6, are you working to set up some sort of look from 3?
I think they're going to put the ball in the hands of their best shooter tonight and say, hey, get up, like, even if you got a little bit of space, pull the 3. They make the 3, it's 54, 57. They're in another chance to shoot another 3. You know, if they do 2, then it's a different story. So I think they got to pull a 3-pointer here, and I think that's what we're going to see. Now, if they get in Tyson Mann's hands and he drives down and draws a foul, he has a chance for a 3-point play.
You're going to take a lot of time if you do that.
Exactly. So they're just going to put the ball in the hands of their best shooter and pull a 3.
That's Roanhouse, step back 3, and doesn't catch anything. And Jay Wright, yeah, he's nodding. That play won't necessarily make the highlight reels, but that was a great defensive play to contest.
It was. Defense wins championships, Brent. Defense wins championships. That's why they got a state championship basketball banner in here.
Walter checks out, Fry checks in. Just 13 seconds left to go. They get it to Schlatter. He almost got stripped.
Oh, my goodness. Look at the handles.
And he's just going to hang on to it right now, knowing they've got to foul him. He wants the ball with the game on the line.
Indeed. And it's great that he wants to be in those situations. It shows that he's a leader, and if he can be not stressed or anything in those situations, his other guys are going to be cool as a clam.
Up by 6, he'll try to make it 7. And he does. He is 6 for 7 in the last 2 minutes of this ball game. Make it 7 for 8. And he has almost single-handedly salted this one away for Defiance.
Oh, pull it from the volleyball line.
Boy, he almost nailed it from 28 feet out.
Almost got her.
And the buzzer sounds. Defiance had to earn it. But they start off the 2025-26 season with a well-earned victory over against a game Paulding squad, 59-51.
It's a great play by Defiance. They worked hard for it. Paulding didn't roll over. They had to earn every single minute of that win.
The team setting up in the corner of the near tunnel. Matt Walter with a salute to the student body.
And they're all cheering, heading back to the locker room.
Both teams will head to their respective locker rooms. We will head to a quick commercial timeout. We'll be back with your postgame right after this. You're watching DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
WestBanco, building a better bank every day since 1870. Community-focused WestBanco. Find out more at westbanco.com.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
At Arthur Law Firm, we understand how overwhelming life can be after being seriously injured in a car accident. With over 50 years of experience, Arthur Law Firm has a track record of getting the results you deserve. When you don't know where to turn, get answers.
Discover top quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Crowd filing out. I'm not sure if that is the actual Kris Kringle.
What?
But
Santa's here?
He might be.
I hope I'm on the nice list, Brent.
You know what? Do you deserve it? You have to be honest. Look yourself in the mirror, and are you on the nice list?
My mom says I am. I think I earned it. Love you, Mom and Dad.
We'll
Y'all are watching.
We'll trust Mom. We had a fantastic crowd here tonight. I know this place seats officially just under 2,300. It wasn't quite packed, but there were plenty in the stands here, and they were treated to an excellent season opener as Defiance holds off a feisty Paulding squad by a final of 59-51. Bulldogs, Kris Kringle delivering an early gift with a 1-0 record. Panthers fall to 0-1. I'm Brent Balbinot alongside Mark Dahl here, and there you go.
Yeah. Oh, I left you hanging, buddy.
It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. What stood out the most to you here this evening? Because this was a game of runs, and in the end, every time Paulding made one, Defiance seemingly had an answer.
Yeah, that just shows that Paulding didn't show anything that Paulding didn't show anything that Defiance didn't see in practice for. They battled hard in practice this week. I was talking to Coach Bryn after practice on Thursday, and he says, guys, this is exactly what you're going to see, and they showed it all night, and they had a great answer. Now, Defiance hurt themselves in some areas where they should have scored, and they didn't. But for the most part, they held off that Paulding late aggression, and it very much worked in their favor.
Let's go ahead and break down. These are unofficial, ladies and gentlemen. We'll stress that, but
Unofficial.
we feel we are pretty close, if not exactly accurate. But this is time for your Arthur Law Firm Stat Tracker. If a serious injury from a car crash puts you on the injured list, call the personal injury attorneys at Arthur Law Firm, serving Northwest Ohio for more than 50 years. Get the compensation you deserve and back in the game with your winning team at Arthur Law Firm. Let's run it down. Let's start first for the visiting Paulding Panthers. Look, they had 3 players in double figures. Their go-tos did not disappoint. Blake Roanhouse, he averaged 14 a ball game last season. He got 14 tonight, but he really had to work for him. He did have 10 of those in the second half, but he never got a breather this evening. He always had a white jersey on him.
Yes, sir, he did. They knew they had to stay on him to try and weather the storm, because if he gets hot, he stays hot. And that's the best thing they really could do, but he still got 14 points tonight. So
Xander Cook had 13, and if there's such a thing as having a quiet 18, it went to Dyson Mann. Speaking of our player of the game, number 10, come on over. We'll go ahead and get him a headset.
Let's go, big dog.
Don't mind my back. Throw that on. And we'll get your best side right at that camera. Cy Schlatter joining us, 24 points on the evening. Wow. But what's more impressive, I'm looking down here, 2, 4, 6, 8. You were 9 of 10 from the charity stripe in the last 2 minutes of this game. You want the ball with the game on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, coming in last year shooting a pretty good free throw percentage, that's one of my specialties. I work on that all the time, so just being able to shoot that with confidence feels really good.
Let me ask you this. Let's go back to last year, and more specifically the offseason. What were you working on to become a better player?
For me, a lot of it was just being a leader that we needed. I mean, we lost a lot of seniors last year that meant a lot to us. Khalil, Logan Hutchison, I mean, Breslin Ziffel, they all came from playing varsity sports, so they knew what it took. But just being that young guy, that sophomore coming in, being able to play with them, it meant a lot to be able to just build leadership and be able to bring this group together.
Now you're walking like a man. Did the coaches challenge you with that to be more vocal this year?
Yeah, I mean, my personality isn't necessarily to be super vocal and tell people what to do and just whether they want to hear that or not. So working on that a lot this offseason, that's, I mean, not easy, but it's really rewarding when you can come out and play games like this.
Yeah, what was the message in going into halftime? I saw Coach Bryn walking down. He always has that stoic look, and I wonder where he gets that from. But he was looking down, and what was the message that he gave you guys?
I mean, just keep the intensity up. I mean, a lot of it, we come out flat a lot of games, so being able to come out with energy, get that, I think it was an 8-0 start, that's just huge for us, and keeping that energy, bringing that into the first 3 or 4 minutes of the second half, that's huge for us just to build momentum and just bring us back to who we should be.
We're talking offense. Let's switch to the other end of the court. I asked Coach Lehman after practice on Wednesday, I said, fill in the blank for me, Coach. If you hold opponents to blank, you feel like you can win the ball game. And he said 50 points. Well, you hold them to 51 this evening, but he really stressed in practice transition D. He said if we can get back, we feel that we can take away a good 70 to maybe 75% of Paulding's offense. How was your transition D tonight?
I mean, watching their scrimmages, they move the ball really well. So veteran point guard Blake Roanhouse, he can move the ball with the best of them. So being able to get back on defense and hold them from pushing the ball up, that was big for us tonight.
Break that down, too, because I saw who's calling out the switches there, because it wasn't just one guy. It was everybody working basically in consort with each other.
Well, we think we have enough confidence in our guards that we can switch off that almost every time. But just being able to fight through those guard to big screens is huge for us. And then at the last couple minutes, everything's switching.
So you're 1-0 to start the season. What goals? What has this team talked about with each other? What have the coaching staff talked to you about?
Well, of course, we want to put a number up on that banner up there.
Yes,
2016, that's a long time ago. So we want to put another number up there. And then just being able to build on what we had last year, a very good season, 19-6. So being able to build on that and then make a deep tournament run.
You're off to a great start. Congratulations to you. Looking forward to covering you this season.
Appreciate you guys.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'd never heard that phrase until I moved to Ohio, but appreciate you. Seems to be the status quo here.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you for coming up and joining us.
Yep, no problem.
We're going to take a
Enjoy the
quick
win, big
break.
guy.
Cy Slatter. We're going to break it down a little bit more as the postgame returns right after this. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Superior Credit Union, a not-for-profit, member-owned financial cooperative. Visit superiorcu.com to find out more about joining the winning team at Superior Credit Union.
Well, they're still milling around just a little bit after the season opener. Hard to believe just a couple of minutes ago this place was packed. I'm going to guess there was close to 2,000 people here this evening.
Every bit.
And they saw a tremendous ball game. But in the end, just a little bit more offense. And I'll say this, a little more defense for Defiance as well as they hold. I'm telling you right now, folks, Paulding will score more. They will average more than 50 points per ball game. And tonight, Defiance's defense, I think, was maybe a little bit more the star of the show.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for crying out loud, 6 turnovers.
Yep.
6 turnovers.
Break that down for us here. What do you have for turnovers for both teams?
So for Paulding, they had 6 turnovers. They had 3 in the first quarter, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. I didn't see any in the fourth. And again, these are unofficial. But for Defiance, they only had 3 the entire night. They had 1 in the first quarter and 2 in the fourth. That just shows they ain't turning that darn ball over for anybody. And like I said, unofficial.
Unofficial, although I did double-check on the scoreboard. We've got the offense down. We mentioned Paulding as Cy was coming up to talk to us. Blake Roanhouse with 14. He had to work for it tonight. 13 for Xander Cook. And if there's such a thing as a quiet 8-team, that's what Tyson Mans had this evening. He exploded for 14 in the second half. They did get 6 bench points, 3 apiece. I can't say bench, excuse me. Max Dager did start this evening. 3 bench points for Gannon Parrott. On the flip side, for Defiance, all 5 starters scored and a dozen bench points. Everybody got involved here this evening. 5 points for starting point guard Jordan Wright. He hit the very first basket of the game, the first basket of the season. It was a 3 ball. He had 5 at the end of the first quarter. He finishes with 5 tonight. We'll get to Cy Schlatter in just a second because he had himself a man-sized ball game. But rounding it out, balance. Again, all 5 starters scoring. 7 for starting center Jackson Becker. I felt he left a couple points off the board this evening. But again, getting used to the varsity game. He did play a little bit last year as a sophomore. But I can count, 2, maybe 3 baskets, or at least could have been baskets where he posted up down low, got a good look, maybe rushed himself. But I'm convinced as this season wears along, I don't know how you match up with him. He's such a tough cover. There's no reason that he can't be around 8 to 10 points a ball game every night.
Absolutely. I mean, look at him. I'd have to get 2 hands around his bicep. My goodness. And he plays O-lineman. That is a big boy. He enjoys being in the trenches. That is what Coach Bryn needs for this team. It's a guy who likes to do the dirty work. And he does. If you are forged by the trenches, being a lineman, being in the post is where you're going to love to be.
He finishes with 7 points here this evening. I'd like to see his board work. We don't have those numbers, but I'm guessing he had roughly that same amount as well. 5 points for Matthew Walter, including a huge 3 at the end of the third quarter.
Oh, yeah.
He banked it in, but just as Paulding had made a run, boom, wind back in their sails. They were back up by a dozen, and that I don't want to say that was the final nail in the coffin, but you just saw a little bit of slump body language on Paulding's. Look, sometimes you just tip your cap to the opponent. You can't do anything about that, but, man, did it make a difference.
Oh, absolutely. You see, after he made that, the whole place was losing their mind. That's how you draw that energy back in, especially after Paulding, who, like I said, most of Paulding, Ohio was here today, and they had that electricity bring back to them because it's all about momentum. If you lose that momentum, it is so hard to feel yourself get back into that game. I've been a part of games where we had the momentum the entire game, and in the last 5 minutes we lost it because we lost the momentum, and it ended up being our downfall.
Rounding out the scoring, Will Horvath finishes with 24 points for Cy Schlatter this evening. He had 18 in the second half, but he was 9 of 10 from the free throw line, and that came in the last 2 minutes of the ball game. He salted this one away. And then let's not forget about the bench production for Defiance this evening. Noah Schenk off the bench with 7 points, played some good defense, altered a few shots. 3 points for Owen Fry and a deuce for Trey Bibler. So, again, 12 bench points. You take that away. Matter of fact, you even cut that in half. We're still playing ball. The bench was a big contributor tonight.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. Just because you're on the bench does not mean that you don't have a role. That just shows get in the game, make a difference. When I was in high school, Coach Bryn always said, if you get in the game, do something for me while you're out there, and I'll keep you out there. And that's what they've been doing. Like, why do you think Noah got some big minutes tonight, ended up with 7 points? Because when he went out there, he made the most of it. He ripped the ball out. He got rebounds. If you rebound, Coach will find a spot for you.
Great production all the way around. As I see Coach Lehman working his way up, making his trip down media row. We're at the end of it on this one. So what we're going to do is take a quick timeout. When we come back, we hope to have him and put the crowning jewel on our season opening basketball broadcast. Don't you go anywhere. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Superior Credit Union, a not-for-profit, member-owned financial cooperative. Visit SuperiorCU.com to find out more about joining the winning team at Superior Credit.
Discover top-quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top-quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
Credit Union. When a fire or natural disaster throws a penalty flag, let ServiceMaster Restore work for you. Anything from minor cleanups to complete overhaul and rebuilding. Contact ServiceMaster by McCann.
Back at the Dog Pound as the postgame show rolls on. Much quieter here. Hard to believe. I'm going to guess maybe a little under 2,000 to attend the season opener for both these squads, and they saw a good one here this evening as host Defiance holds off a game Paulding squad by a final of 59-51. Brent Babinot. Mark, tell you what, you're in on it this one right now, but at the same time, you kind of made a point, although your math was a little fuzzy.
Yes, it was. I
apologize. You can't go 2-0 unless you start 1-0.
That's right.
But at the same time, I'll guarantee you both coaches will say not too high after a win, not too low after a loss. And at the end, look, this is a non-conference match.
Absolutely.
Right? So it's not going to have any bearing on whether a banner gets hung in either team's gymnasium. But a little bit of wind in the sails for Defiance. Paulding will regroup, and I expect both these teams to be in the hunt for conference championships as their season wears on.
Absolutely, absolutely. If we want to look at Defiance, typically, the WBL, who has typically been the powerhouse in the WBL? OG, they had Colin White.
Yep.
And then also you had St. Mary's, they had Austin Parks. And then Van Wert, you had phenomenal athletes come through Van Wert as well, and Wapakoneta. See, these teams, Defiance needs to get back in that conversation. Defiance used to be the conversation. If you look over there at their basketball banners, 2010, 2012, 2014, 2016, those classes all brought conference championships. My senior year, 2021, 2022, we had an opportunity to win the conference. We were one game, one quarter away from beating OG on our home court to win the conference, and we're all sitting on the bench amped up because we're beating OG by 1 in the fourth quarter. One of our teammates, who shall remain nameless, does a one-handed bounce pass when they're about where that Mercy Health sign is, across half court to our point guard, and Colin White tips it, goes up, their 1-point lead, and then they took all the momentum. We had everything going into that and lost it. So these guys, they don't want to lose out on the opportunity to play for a conference championship that hasn't been done in almost 10 years.
Well, right now, Coach Lehman is making his way down the upper end of the track here, catch his breath. You get a lot of steps in for postgame, you know that? All right, we'll get him right in the middle here. Dignitary's always in the middle on camera. All right, Coach, first things first, what impressed you the most in tonight's victory?
I thought us coming out with enthusiasm and us coming out with a lot of fight and a lot of edge. And I didn't doubt us by any means, but, you know, when you can jump out to an 8-0 lead against a very, very good team and set the tone and say, hey, this is, you know, our house and this is how it's going to go, I think credit to Jordan Wright, Will Horvath, and Josiah Slaughter, our leaders, for making this happen.
Look, it's so easy to talk offense, and I do want to talk about salting the game away from the free throw line, and in particular, Cy Schlatter going 9 out of 10 in the last 2 minutes. But you had really stressed, and you and I talked after your practice on Wednesday, 2 things in particular. Clean the glass. You can't score if you don't have the ball. You can't run if you don't have the ball. But transition D. Get back, take away what they want to do because they're a little bit smaller. They want to use their agility. Your thoughts on your team's transition D today?
I think the keys I gave you a few days ago, we stuck to 5 of the 6 very, very well. And I think our transition defense was good for the most part, but the runs that they got, I think our transition defense contributed that a little bit. And I think we wore down. They're a team that wants to play up and down and play quick, but for the most part, I thought we stuck to the keys. Our guys stuck to the game plan really well, and it paid off.
How about your on-ball defense? I'm looking down here, and again, Roanhouse got 14, but if there's such a thing as a quiet 14, Mance had 18. Again, you look down, you're like, you're kidding me. They were soldiers, but it took high-volume shooting, and Roanhouse in particular, you draped him all night long. Of those 14, nothing was easy. Can you just talk about your on-ball defense?
Yeah, Jordan Wright and Trey Bibler, incredible on Blake Roanhouse. And I think we talked about he's very, very good going to his right. He can create separation. He can get clean looks from 3, mid-range. He's a really tough guard. And those guys did an unbelievable job on him. We limited his right hand. You could even see the frustration there in the third and fourth quarters where he couldn't get away. And I think he had to create some tough shots. And, you know, I think between him and Xander and then, you know, Tyson, the sophomore, they've got some guys that are playmakers. And our guys, we weathered a little bit of a storm. We made some uncharacteristic fouls late in that game. But, like I said, we weathered it and we made plays when we needed to.
Yeah, Coach, you know, you guys had 6 turnovers on Paulding. You forced them to turnover 6 times in this game, and 3 of them being in the first quarter, and you set the tone early. That was one thing when you asked me to talk to the guys in the locker room. I said, set the tone for this season, set the tone. And I think they took my advice, but what have you been doing to say in practice, drills-wise? How are we going to do this?
I'm going to get this on the record. I did not ask Mark to speak to the team.
He did.
Mark asked me to speak to the team, and I put him on a time limit. I said, you've got 1 minute, Mark. But I think credit to our guys. We've got a lot of guys that buy in, and we've got a lot of guys that are unselfish, and they're going to do whatever it takes. And I think, you know, if we can set the tone defensively and we can turn teams over, I think that'll generate a little bit of offense for us.
Absolutely.
But that's a great observation, Mark. Yes.
You're paying him a consultancy fee now? I'm just curious. So
I was his favorite player.
In all seriousness now, you finally have some film to work off of. You've gone against somebody other than yourselves in practice here. So what's the next step come next practice?
I think, and it's a short turnaround. We've got Toledo Scott coming tomorrow, but I think we've just got to continue to fine-tune some things. And I think we want to add a little bit more depth. We want to work some more guys in for longer stretches.
But you had 12 bench points here this evening, and I'm looking down at Shank with 7. Again, you even cut that in half. You're probably still playing in overtime right now. Can you talk about the production from your bench tonight?
No doubt. Between, Trey Bibler's defense, and he made a big bucket early when we needed it. But Noah Shank on the offensive glass, putbacks, he was tremendous tonight. Owen Fry with a big 3 there in the second quarter when we needed one, and he's a sophomore that's going to be really, really good. And when he figures out, the rest of the game, we're going to have a few options and a few weapons that are really, really dangerous. So the bench was huge when we needed it. And if we can trust 3 guys, 4 guys off the bench, I think that's, something we've got to build on.
You and I have talked about it before, and I know it sounds coach speak, but you just want to be 1-0 at the end of every night. Well, guess what? You're 1-0 to start the season. Congratulations.
We'll take it. We'll
Yes,
take
sir,
it.
Coach.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks a lot.
Coach Lehman coming up and joining us. We're going to take one last time out. Back to put a wrap on it. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Superior Credit Union, a not-for-profit, member-owned financial cooperative. Visit SuperiorCU.com to find out more about joining the winning team at Superior Credit Union.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Back at the Dog Pound, Brent Balbinot, Mark Jordan. We're putting the finishing touches, putting a nice blue and white bow on our post game here tonight as the Bulldogs win their season opener against Paulding 59-51. Mark, any indication tonight both these teams are going to have successful runs in their conference tournaments?
Absolutely.
Probably not conference tournaments, conference seasons.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like you said, this isn't a conference lineup. This is first game of the year. It's out of conference. So in terms of conference play, it doesn't matter. But this game, it's good. You said to Coach Bryn, get some film. Both teams got film to watch things they can improve on. And that is really, both these teams are going to be a force in their conferences and in their season coming up forward. Not even just their own conference, but in playoff. I know it's a little early to be thinking about that, but
we won't get to March just yet.
Yeah, no. But you've got to understand that you got to set the tone early. You've got to believe in your team. You got to believe in yourselves. This Paulding team is going to turn some heads this season. I can feel it. And this Defiance team has got to show some grit. I believe they showed some grit tonight, and this is going to suit them very much well later on.
All right, appreciate you throwing on the headsets this evening. Have yourself a safe weekend. A big thank you going out to our entire crew doing more than yeoman's work, as well as you, the fan, for tuning in. Final score tonight, Defiance 59, Paulding 51. You've been watching a presentation of DCTV Sports.